What is up, boys and girls, and welcome back to another video, another tutorial here on my channel. And it has been a long time since I've uploaded. It's been like 10 days, but here I am back again. This week, dude. I was so stressed. We wrote a lot of like exams in school, and they're really important, so I had to learn for them and I had to write them. And yeah, but now I'm on winter break, and dude, I'm gonna be pumping out these videos every day, every week. I just need inspiration. So guys, if you have anything that you would like to see how it's been done, or how to make something similar to that, hit me up on Instagram, tag me on posts. I'll look at them and I'll see if I can make a tutorial on those. So without further ado, and no, there's one more thing, guys. If you're watching this and you're just watching this with normal Blender, go down in the description. I'll leave a link to the introduction to Octane. Download freaking Octane. I get so many comments saying I don't have that node, I don't have that node, I don't have path tracing or something. You have to download Octane. Don't click on an Octane tutorial if you don't have Octane installed. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's just hop right into it. So today I'm going to be showing you that image you've seen in the thumbnail. It's gonna be really quick tutorial. It's gonna be like, I don't know, like 10 minutes or something. If it's longer, excuse me. But yeah, all I wanted to say is it's really quick. So it's really cool for like a background on your phone or something. It says isometric mountains. It's really freaking easy. So let's jump in here. So all you want to do is create a plane and just scale this plane up to something you like. I usually go with 3, but right now I'm gonna go with 5. So you go with 5, and I'll look at my camera. You can actually leave the camera. I'll just move it a tiny bit down. Alright, let me actually leave the camera how it is. So the camera can just be left how it is, and the plane, I undid that. That's the scale of my camera. I want to scale the plane up if I could do it. There we go. So the camera can just stay at where it is, and I'll scale this plane up until it's scaled all the way. So it's pretty big, but we just gotta hide these corners there. And the thing we're gonna do now is go to our camera here and change type perspective to orthographic. And I just noticed this plane is freaking ginormous, so we can scale it down a bit more. There we go. So just gotta look like this, where the plane is just over the edges of the camera, so we can't see the void. So now it's just literally materials we gotta set up. So so we click on our plane here. I'll open another tab up here and change this to shader editor and go and make my material. So guys, you can follow me on Instagram. I know it's random right now, but I upload a lot of stuff there. Not a lot, but I upload like, for example, this thing is going to be uploaded on Instagram, and I'd really appreciate if you could follow. And also if you could subscribe right now. Just hit that subscribe button under the video and hit the like button. I really appreciate it. It supports me and helps me out a lot. And yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. So here, when you have your material node editor open, I would change the render engine to Octane here, like I always do. I always forget it. But you want to make a new material, and you want to get a metal material. Metal material, boom, just like that. Plug that into our metal output, into our material output, and yeah, just see how this looks in rendered mode. Yeah, we can't really see anything right now. So what we want to do is we want to get a displacement map, and this displacement map is going to be linked in the description. I'm gonna just pull it in here real quick. So here it is. It's called Mountain Displacement 8K. Just drag it in there and get a displacement node. Displacement, and plug this into our texture. And now I want to put this to 8K because it's the 8K map, and then plug that into our displacement. And let's see how that looks. Updating shaders. let's see. Okay, we're not seeing anything because our height is literally at zero. So let's drag this up a bit. Ooh, not that much. Yeah, 100 looks about good. So 0.1. That looks about right. Yeah, that looks cool. So 0.1 in our mid-level, we can put that to 0.5 to prevent our displacement from rising up. So this looks good. Let's go ahead and add in our lights. So our lights, pretty easy too. We just click on our plane right here, and I'm gonna get a area light, and I'm gonna scale this area light up. Let me just hop back into the normal view. Scale it up to about this size if you're using the if you're having the plane at size 5. It's actually like 6, but here just scale it up until it's this big in comparison to the plane, about that big. And then the area light, we want to click on the area light up here or in the viewport, and then click on our physics properties. We want to click on our object constraint properties. Go here, add an object constraint, and go to damped track. Boom, like that. And then we click on the -C here on track axes, and our target is going to be our plane. So just like that, we have our plane focusing, our light focusing on our plane. So see, if we move this out of here, you see the light is always going to look at the plane. And what we can do is we can just go to our area light here. The light is always facing the plane, not the plane is facing the light. Sorry. So the area light, we can go to the object data properties down here and click on use nodes, like that. And then our texture emission right here, we're gonna plug in a RGB spectrum into our texture. Sorry if I'm going a little bit fast, but I'm just, you know, getting a little bit faster because if you watch some of my videos, you guys should have gotten the hang. Should have gotten. Oh my god, I can't speak right now. You should have the hang. I don't know what the. What am I talking? You know what I mean. You get used to this. You know how to set these materials up. So excuse my English right there. So here, our RGB spectrum, and I'm gonna make this orange, like that. And I'm gonna make it orange. Turn on my surface brightness and put this power to like 50. And I'm just going to duplicate this and move it over. I can duplicate it by pressing Shift D. As you can see, you press Shift D and it clips to your mouse like that. And I'm gonna just position it in the right. Just eyeball it so it's the same as the other light, just like that. So yeah, that looks good. Like that. And now I wanna just line them up like this, so they look like that. And then we can just go back into our rendered view and wait until it's rendered, and then we can switch our environment, daylight environment here. We can remove that, and then we start to get something like this. And we also want to change our kernel type to path trace. That gives us more realistic lighting and just looks better overall. So like that. And I want to move, no, I don't want to move anything. I want to change the color of my light over here to something like blue. Something blue, yeah, something blue looks cool. So it looks similar to this. You can change the color to whatever you want, obviously. And this looks kind of shit right now. So we can go to our camera and go down to the camera properties down here and just go down until we see Octane Camera Imager and check that. That makes it look 1,000 times better instantly. And we can play around with our whatever this is. I still don't know how to pronounce that, and I don't want to say it because I'm gonna butcher it. So our exposure, I'm gonna turn that down, and our gamma also, that can go down a bit, and maybe turn the exposure up a bit. So just play around with those until you get something you like, and also turn on neutral response. Heading down here, our Octane post-processing can also be turned up. We can turn it on, and our bloom power is, I usually go with like 25. That looks kind of good. 25 looks good most of the times. So just gonna zoom out here and click on my light so I can change the color of my light maybe to something darker. What looks good? I think this blue looked good. something like this, maybe. Yeah, something like that. And then our orange, maybe make it a little bit more red until you really get that contrast. Ooh, yeah, that's looking fire, man. Okay, so this is looking good right now. So to finish this off, I'm probably going to add some kind of blobs on here, maybe. So let's get I can't speak today. Let's get some glass going. So I'll take a UV sphere here, and I'll move it across until it's like there. I'll scale it down a bit, and just duplicate these across the surface and scale them. Put one right there, maybe scale a little bit, and then one right there and scale. There we go, looks cool. And then you just position them wherever you want. I'll position mine like that. Yeah, looks cool. Maybe put one more up in the corner right there. Scale that, make that a little. And yeah, that was cool. And now I'll go to my spheres and actually add a subdivision of 2 to every single one of them. To just add it a little bit faster, you can press Control and then 1, 2, 3, corresponding to what level of subdivision you want. So I want a subdivision of 2, so I press Control and 2 with my object selected, and as you can see, it adds a subdivision of 2. We can do that with every single one of them. So we click on them, add subdivisions to all of them, just like that, really quick. And then we click on 1 and make a new material. I'll make this a specular material. You could type specular material like that, plug that into my surface, and then I'll start getting some glass, but it's really, you can barely see the glass. You can zoom in, and I'll zoom over to this, I'll pan to it. Yeah, you can barely see that. Maybe turn the roughness down so you can see more of that reflection, and maybe give it some dispersion, but like really just a tiny bit. Tiny bit of dispersion here. Yeah, that's looking a little bit better. Where's my index? There's my index. Maybe turn the index up a bit so we get some more warping and light shifting in there. I'll actually turn the dispersion off there. Index. Oh wait, no, it wasn't the index. Index makes it more reflective. I think I'll actually leave it at that. Maybe give it a little bit of roughness. Yeah, so right now I'm at that point again where it's just playing around with the things you add to your scene. I think that glass made it as 0, and then we just go to my glass and I'll make a duplicate of the glass and scale it down a bit, and then make a new material for the duplicate and make that material a diffuse material and a black body emission black body emission there. And then I'll also make it a RGB spectrum into the texture. Surface brightness on. Put this down to like 10. Maybe even 5 or 2. That looks cool. And then I'll put the glow to something like this. My glass. What I can do to my glass is maybe just turn the roughness up a little bit so we get that hazy look. Hazy glass bulbs. Yeah, it's looking cool. Hazy glowing glass bulbs. Maybe turn the power up a bit to like 5 again. Yeah, I'll just quickly do that with every single one of them. And there we go. Would you look at that? That looks cool. Some sci-fi landscape with these glowing orbs inside of them. It's really quick. It's really easy to make, actually. So with just this final touch, which I add to almost every of my all of them, which I add to almost every single render I do, is depth of field. It's just it just adds to it. So let me go hop out of rendered mode and put this somewhere like that. Let's see where the mountains end, because the displacement is not actually showing in the viewport. Here we go. Like that, I'll put it right there. Yeah, like that. And then what I will do is just go to my camera right there, to the camera properties, go down to my autofocus. I will turn it off. Go here and select my empty to focus on, and then my aperture, I'll put that to like 5, so we get some blurriness around the corner, around the edges here. Yeah, that's getting there. Let's maybe like put it to 8 or something. Yeah, okay, 8 is cool. 8 is cool. So my aperture is at 8 with autofocus on the middle on this empty. It's a really cool trick. And yeah, that was it for this render. It's really fast, really quick, simple. You can put this as your wallpaper on your phone. It's really cool. And yeah, send me your stuff on Instagram. Tag me on your posts that you do on Instagram. I would love to see your version of this. And yeah, that was it. Thanks for looking at this video all the way to the end. If you did, I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Stay creative. Also stay creative. Yeah. Goodbye.